How's it going, everybody? My name is Coach Jackson here at North Star Mixed Martial Arts, and helping me demonstrate some of these principles here is one of my fighters, Shawn Moore. Very technical, very slick fighter, so you're going to see him on the mats. If you can sort of mimic what he does, you're going to be well ahead of the game. So the first and probably most important thing you're going to learn, and you're going to relearn over and over and over again, is the importance of stance and position. And so when we talk about positioning in a fight, we're not just talking about positioning of my body relative to itself, where my hands are, where my weight is, but also positioning of my body relative to my opponent or my target or the environment. And so this video is going to discuss stance and footwork, two of probably the most important things in fighting. Without those, everything else that you try to accomplish is going to be flawed and corrupted by a little bit, okay? So you'll notice Shawn's going to adopt his stance. He's adopting what we call the orthodox stance. All that really means is that his left hand is leading. If his right hand was leading, that would be the southpaw stance. So again, as he's standing here sort of statically just to demonstrate the position, you'll notice left foot is in front, right foot is in back, and he's got side-to-side stability and front-to-back stability, so that when I'm kicking or punching Shawn or vice versa, there's a lot of impact coming in, and it's not knocking him out of position. Because my goal as his opponent is to try to get him out of position in whatever way I can do that. In a fight, or just in practice, the stance is a dynamic thing. So you notice he's going to be rocking his weight back to front with a little bit of rhythm. We're going to address sort of the importance of shifting your weight from the lead foot to the rear foot a little bit more in depth in the next video. But as you can see here, if he needs to block a kick, he can shift his weight back on his lead side, or if he needs to throw a teep or a knee, he's got to transfer his weight forward to carry his weight, okay? So hands are nice and high. In Muay Thai, we're not just dealing with punches, so you're not going to see as much of sort of like the Philly shell or fighting with the hands down. We're dealing with knees, kicks, and elbows to the head as well. Now, in a street fighting situation, there could be a pipe or bat, so we want to keep the hands nice and high, protect every part of the head. It doesn't take a clean shot to knock you out with something heavy like a shin. So hands are up high. The bottom of his chin, you see his chin is below the top of his shoulder, so his chin is tucked into a nice safe little nest here. The hands are high, and he's very well protected. He's also very well balanced. He's very stable here. In order to generate power, we require stability. So, if you're standing on an unstable surface, you're going to have a hard time squatting, your maximum 1 rep weight. So again, Shawn's nice and stable here. He's able to generate power and able to defend very easily. Now, when we move, we just want to take our stance with us. And so we use a special method of footwork. Okay, we're not heel to toe walking as we normally would if we're going from point A to point B. But you notice that Shawn's going to take one step, and then he's going to adjust his stance. So the stance always opens and adjusts. Open and adjust. So Shawn and I are going to move around a little bit independent of each other. We'll just watch our feet. We're just moving. And at any time, if I were to say red light, we're able to fire off, move, block, or whatever. Green light, we're back to moving. Good. Red light, there's no residual momentum like there would be if we were walking. So again, stance, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, front to back stability, side to side stability, legs acting as your shock absorption system, hands nice and high, chin down below the shoulders, a little bit of a rhythm. And we just take our stance with us as we move. If you can master those, you're way ahead of the game. This takes, for some fighters it takes years, and for other fighters it takes months. Focus on the most important things first, and you're going to have a really easy time with it down the road, okay? Coach Jackson, this is Shawn. We'll see you in the next video.